Rangers here with another package of games from Japan. Nothing but regularity here. Only trouble is, I have no idea what's in here because it's once again from quite a long time ago. I can already see one very interesting item on top here, so just more unpacking. They tend to wrap everything up many times, which is always appreciated. I actually quite like collecting games for the Game Boy, and normally I concentrate on loose ones, but I put a cheeky bit on this, and this is in, looks like it's never been used at all, and it's actually Space Invaders for the Game Boy. Now, I would have absolutely loved this back in the day, having a game like this for the Game Boy. This seriously does not look like it's ever been opened. And everything's in there. Tray, manual, it's in its plastic case and everything like that. So, I said I'm quite happy to get Game Boy games loose. I actually even keep them in a card folder and everything like that. But it's always nice when you can get the box as well. Bit of a bonus. Not sure which way to go next in the box. Here's a couple of titles to give her. Now, as usual, these are going to be just bits and pieces. Oh, here we go. We've actually got a MSX title. I thought I had a fair few of the Sony MSX titles, but they keep on occasionally popping up even more titles that I've never heard of. So, not very exciting to look at, but it's one called Midnight Brothers. I cannot tell you anything about it, so we're going to have to wait until we have a chance to play that one to show you what that's about. Just removing stickers as we go here, especially because it was across the screenshot. Next we have a really nice copy of Galaxian for the Famicom. It's actually in really good condition, and I reckon it'll be a pretty decent version. Okay. Oh good, the Namco ones came with stickers that people had to stick on the top, and this one actually has its sticker. You never know until you look sometimes, but that's in good condition. Sorry, minor cut there, little doggy wanted to go outside. Next we have one of the original release titles for the Famicom, or early release anyway, and it's just straight Nintendo Golf. It's complete. The box is a little bit of wear and tear and things. It's actually hard to get that one open. This is when the cartridges were a lot more boring looking, but in colours a bit dirty, and we'll have to give that one a clean before we have a go. As usual, I will do as many gameplays as I have time for. I really have not had a lot of time lately, so I can't promise I'll do all of them, so we'll put that one in the maybe pile, because I'm sure everybody's seen golf on the Nintendo before. Okay, next part of the package. Trying to get like systems titles at the same time. Okay, we're jumping all over the place by the looks of it, but here we go. Here's another Famicom title. Don't know a lot about this one. It's not in perfect condition, but it's alright. It's a game called City Connection. I think it's a platform action game where you're a car and you jump up between platforms and things like that. So there's a bit of black marker on the front. I don't know how I'd go getting that off, otherwise the box is in pretty good nick. So, not too bad. Let's look what we got inside. And inside, missing the instructions and a bit more black on the cartridge there. I'll be able to get that off. And they've put the sticker on the back of the cartridge as well, so yeah, I should better clean that off the cartridge. Just not sure about the box. So that looks like an interesting one. I reckon that'll be worth a game of. Next, there we go, we have a game for the SG-1000 collection. Now, more than likely I won't be doing gameplay of this one because it is just a Mahjong game, but it progresses my collection for the SG-1000. This particular game is dime a dozen. It pops up all the time and not very expensive. This one's in pretty good nick. The box is just starting to come open there a little bit. Careful with it, and the manual's in there as well. I'm not going to take it out all the way. I may even have this one loose. There are 2 Mahjong games, so this could be just a boxed upgrade anyway. Next we go to sticking with the Famicom. Take the big sticker off. Now I actually have the MSX version of this game, and it's an interesting one because if you plug it in with one of the Hydlide games, it actually enhances that game on the MSX. It actually looks like it's got a fair bit of English in there, so this might be more playable on the Famicom. It's Davia or something like that. But it does look like a bit of a strategy game, maybe with a bit of shooting action in there. We shall have to see. It looks in really good condition, and everything is in there. The manual and everything's underneath, so we can be very happy with that one. The trays started to yellow a little bit there by the looks of it, but other than that, that's in very good condition. So excellent addition there. Oh, there we go. This must have been cheap. This is a Vita title, and it's Everyone's Golf. It is actually supposed to be a very good golf game. This is a game that was like a near launch title for the Vita that I've never picked up. So I don't mind getting the Japanese copy for a couple of dollars. It's got a code in there, I won't show you. Yeah, the code's probably expired anyway. But it looks pretty much like a brand new copy that's never been used, so why not pick it up for a couple of dollars? Okay, flipping systems again. This package has more variety in it than I realised. Now this is a one-on-one fighting game, which is not necessarily my cup of tea, but it looked interesting and I put a cheeky bid on it. It's for the PSP, Vampire Chronicle Chaos Tower. Sorry, I should have read all that before I flipped it over. So it is, it's not an RPG or anything, it's a one-on-one fighter. And that looks in very good condition. I haven't had a PSP title for quite a while. And there is more. There's actually quite a lot packed into this little box. Now there are a whole bunch of these titles that popped up, and I put $1 bids on a few of them. I'm not 100% sure whether I'll keep these or trade these. I'm not going to open the plastic anymore in case that I do that. They are for the Magnavox Odyssey, and I have Philips Video Pack. These titles would work, but I've been collecting the Odyssey title, the Video Pack titles, not the Odyssey ones. And there were some actual Video Pack ones as well, but I didn't win the bids on those, and I was actually trying to get one of those to get the case to use for an MSX game that I have. But anyway, long story short, I won 2 of them, so I got these for $1 each. So Las Vegas Blackjack and baseball. So I'm not going to do gameplays of those. I'll leave them sealed because I will probably trade those with somebody who's after a couple of Odyssey titles that they might be missing. And then we have 2 more to go. Now this particular system, I'm probably almost about done. I think this next one, or both of these next 2 complete the last couple of titles that I would be after for the system. There may be an odd one that I find that I like. I'm not collecting everything for it. So this is the Japanese Nintendo 64. I've basically concentrated on games that I used to have back in the day for the PAL version, and games I would like to play. I have picked up the odd really cheap game, but I've stopped doing that because you can only have so much shelf space, and it's still they're heavy, so they cost a bit to ship over. So the first one is a really good condition of F-Zero X. It's actually in really good condition. Copies of this pop up, like multiple copies pop up all the time, but people are still paying way too much money for them, so I've been outbid on this again and again and again. Nothing in this lot is I paid any more than, like, I think the most expensive thing here was $10. And I can't even remember which one that was. And that might be the next one. So inside the cartridge is good, and the manual's alright. It's got a little bit of roughed up on the edges there. So one more to go. I don't know much about this title. Looks quite interesting. You could probably have having a go at it, but it's called Hybrid Heaven. It's a Konami game, so worth getting for interest's sake. The box is in pretty good condition. That sticker had been on there for a long time though. I really don't know much about this game. It's got a bit of a dinosaur and alien on the back there. Looks first person, so it'd be worth having a play with. And we're all nice inside. Nice menu as well. Alright, so I mean this video is going to be long enough as usual. We better go and play a few of these games. As I said, can't promise I'll play all of them, just do not have the time unfortunately, but let's go give some of them a go now. We've got the Super Game Boy, and here's Space Invaders. Not expecting too fancy on this, but not much sound. Oops. Okay, it's just my headphones. Too bad version of the old Space Invaders. Would have definitely liked having this back in the day. Oh, great. Missed him. I was going to say, where's our UFO? Oh, just looking at the UFO. Oh, not a bad little Space Invaders. Crikey, that moves. An interesting thing, I don't know whether you get that in your feed, is that when I shoot on the left it comes out of the left speaker, in the middle it goes out of both, in the right it goes out the right, and the same with the other sound effects, which is an interesting little bonus. Alright, well just a quick game of that because it is just Space Invaders, but a great version it is. It would have been great fun back in the day on the Game Boy. Alright, let's try our next game. Right, so next we have a Galaxian for the Famicom, and already from the demo mode it's actually looking very good. Nice music. Oops, first shot miss. This is very decent. Oops. I used to love Galaxian back in the arcades. Just was that much better than Space Invaders. Sorry, I'm being. This game's going to take forever, which is why I go too carried away. Now, just like Space Invaders, you only get the one shot. There's no power-ups or anything like that. There are several ways you can score higher. So shooting them in the formation gets you the least amount of points for that particular enemy type. Oh dear. Hopefully I can at least get it to off a stage. It's a very, very accurate version. I'm actually quite impressed. Watch for those. That's quite. Here we go. Now, depending on which one of them, if you get rid of both wingmen and then shoot the commander. Whoops, missed them completely. The least amount of points for him then. If I can learn how to shoot. Oh! Well, that is a very complete and excellent version of Galaxian. One of the most accurate home ports from the early systems, I'd have to say. Very happy with that one, and another quality title from Namco. They really were good at their home conversions back in the day. I will be playing that one some more. Alright, let's try our next game. We go with City Connection. Intro Dicky. Jelko. Dickens getting this one to work. Right, solid car, I'm not going to shoot. Jump. Okay, not supposed to hit the cat things. Oh, I see. It's like Pac-Man. We've got to fill in all the squares. I was wondering what else we had to do. And you're not supposed to. Not supposed to do that. So one difficulty is you're moving a lot faster than that. No. 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 I'm not particularly good at this one, am I? We better have a second go. Okay, got a whole bunch down. Yeah. No. Lots of sprite flickering. And we ran into the cat again. I can shoot the cat. Whoa. Oh yes, you can shoot them, right. This music would drive me insane. Oh god. Oh, and you can't do it to the cat. I don't know how much further we've got to go. Just a bit there. Oh. Trouble getting up on the platform. Not that impressed with the controls. Oh, well, it's not a too bad game. Wouldn't go to my won't play it that often, but an interesting little one. Cartridge needs a lot of cleaning up though. It's got all that black stuff on it. Alright, let's try our next title. Right, so here we go with Midnight Brothers. A game I had not heard of at all. It's obviously something to do with the Blues Brothers. There's two characters called Jake and Elwood. So Zap Corporation and Sony. So it's a later MSX1 game. Right. I seem to be over there. Go in there? Oh, okay. I can go into a building. And it's a 3D maze game. I wouldn't have a clue what I'm supposed to do. Oh, it's quite well done though. Alright, can't go backwards. Jail. Doors. So I wonder what I've done. Oh, I think I might have gone out of the building now. Right. I said it would be nice if I knew what I'm supposed to do, but he's got a 2 next to him. I wonder what that means. It actually runs quite fast. Oh, unless that was each other. We might actually be in the same building. I mean, this is pretty cool and all, but I may have to watch a video. Ooh, oh, it's an elevator, is it? It's coming down, so we're on the first floor. God, you could spend ages wandering around inside these things looking for stuff. May even be other keys I'm supposed to be using too. So I've lost one of my green ones for some reason, I don't know what that means. I take it we've just got to keep on hunting around until we find particular things. Very cool graphical idea. Maybe it's borrowing a little bit from Spy vs Spy. Zigzag section. Definitely a different concept for a game. He seems to have found something else. Ooh. And then I suddenly died. Oh. Well, I obviously need to read up on a guide on that one. It has quite a nice cover too. It's a video. I've never seen this one for sale, so I don't know anything about it. And it's a 1986 MSX1, so that's a fairly late release too for MSX1. And an interesting looking game, just that obviously I can't work it out at the moment, so I'll have to go off and read some instructions. Alright, we'll just have a quick go of those Nintendo 64 games. So we have Hybrid Heaven on Nintendo 64. It's just had this great big giant grand startup sequence, which it went through by itself. Not sure whether I have to go through that all manually myself or not. I've never heard of this game before for the Nintendo 64, and it actually looks quite interesting. And it's come up in English, which is excellent. Which means it's perfectly playable. And it's going to go through that whole intro sequence a bit again.
The U.S. and Russian presidents revealed today that they are all but ready to conclude talks on the...
I'm going to cut the opening because it goes for a while. Okay. Okay, so we turn. Bottom button does that. Blue button does that. Green puts our map up for some reason, but anyway. Forward. Interact. Okay, so jukes up. Left button does nothing. That button does nothing. time those. Oh. Yeah. We've got to wait for the environment to rotate. Okay, you automatically do stuff when you come up to this, right? Now what have I done? Okay, so your green button's your action button. Whatever I did on that, I've done it obviously. Well, at least we found the first item. Oops. Hey, there we go. Ah. So we can get rid of stuff. Ooh, they come back though. Well, this game doesn't seem too half bad. I take it I need another key or something, which I don't have yet. Right. But we did pick up something before, so... yeah, I would have liked this game back in the day. You can't see... ooh, there we go. Yes, I understand completely. Yes. Really, I'm gonna have to learn some kanji, aren't I? Oh, is that a key? Excellent. Let's go back down. Oh. Right. Right, so the key we have doesn't fit this door. Which means unfortunately we're going to go back up again. Alright. We'll just have a little bit more of a look around because I know this is eating time. But this is pretty cool. Obviously uses the RAM pack. And looks like quite a playable game. Aim first. Oh, I keep on pressing the wrong button all the time. And we can't go back there. Alright. Well, besides obviously needing a little bit of translation to play this, very impressive. Maybe don't bump into Let's go a bit more softly. Okay, go bump into them. Story. That seemed to be more text than last time. Yeah. Alright, I'll leave it at that, otherwise this gameplay will get too long. Definitely be having an explore this later. Alright, one more gameplay for this video. Let's try F-Zero. Here we go, F-Zero, and my word, this looks pretty damn good. Sort of like a comic screen, no? Let's get into it. GPU raise. Not much time. So we better practice. Time attack. Yeah. Different characters. I'm impressed already. Let's just go with the chip as I played before. Wrong. No, back. Time attack. Okay. Okay. I must have hit the green back button. Funky soundtrack. Okay, do you not know your controls? This is cool. Blues go. Start. Okay, that charges up. Got some pretty funky things going. You got both power. Hey, old speech. Oh. Whoa, spin out. Spin out. Sides when you get your boost. Watch those corners. Soft touch on the controls, which the analog stick's great for. This is pretty decent. I reckon this would be great fun with a couple of people playing. Definitely an excellent game to add to the Nintendo 64 Japanese collection. Did have PAL 64 back in the day, but it all got stolen, and I mainly owned Star Wars games. I did have the Zeldas and 007, things like that. So this collecting the Japanese collection has been a way of re-experiencing the games in a new way. And never had this one back in the day, and would have loved it because I love racing games. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed these pickups and gameplays. I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.